Is Sunday morning. It is November the 27th. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week. We chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully get your day started off on the right note, and we raise our glass, enjoying a nice cup of coffee in the morning. And on a Sunday morning after Thanksgiving, I think we could all kind of enjoy that cup of coffee. And then for fellow night fans, we may need to have decaf this morning to keep that heart rate low. Good gravy, what a game that was. A little too much for me. All right, we'll talk more about all that stuff. But shall we get to the weather? That's what you're here for, at least, right? You're not here for commentary. A live look outside in the 8 o'clock hour. This is a shot over to the Walt Disney World area. There's the Swan, the Dolphin, the Riviera. You can see the Skyliner. And we've got some clouds certainly over top of us. It's not a bad start to the day, but we definitely have some of that cloud cover. Let's head to downtown Orlando. Oh, yeah, getting that Christmas tree ready. It's the time of the season. I could almost sing the song, right? There's a shot, though, from our Wesh 2 Studios tower cam, and yeah, it's gray over top of us. We had been watching little pockets of fog around. Glad to say that it didn't seemingly get too bad around the area, but here's a look at the visibility numbers right now. And there are spots like Brevard, Melbourne, Palm Bay, you're below 5 miles. Again, it's not too bad, but we do have some of that fog to contend with. Let's talk about temperature, shall we? It's a comfortable start. Summer comfortable, though. 73 degrees in Orlando. It's 72 degrees for us in Leesburg, 71 in Ocala, 73 Melbourne, 72 degrees over along the shoreline. All right, let's take a look at first warning, live Doppler radar. Nothing to see here, at least in our area for now. Widen the perspective out, though, and there is a cold front. I've been tweeting about this last night, been tweeting about this morning. There's some moisture moving our way. Now, there's not a lot, but this cold front will at least pop the heat bubble just a little bit, because when we look, look at the bottom of the screen there. You could see the forecast today. Melbourne, current temperature 73, forecast high 85. Yeah, we're in a bit of a heat bubble today. Yeah, so let's talk about the forecast then over the next 12 hours. 79 by 11 o'clock, 83 degrees by 1 o'clock, 86. It's not summer heat, but it's heat. 86 degrees our 3 p.m. temperature. Not something I love, transitioning from November to December. But then again, as my brother Frank says, hey, doing an open house at the beach today. It's definitely beach weather. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. So let's take a look at high temperatures around Central Florida, shall we? Today, average high 76. Forecast high 86. So we are absolutely into well above average. Nearly record highs, mind you. 86 today in Orlando, 83 in Leesburg, 82 degrees in the Villages, 82 degrees in Ocala, 82 degrees in Daytona Beach, 83 for us in Titusville. So it's a warm day, no doubt about it. Yeah, you like that, Mercy? It's just, a little throwback. Beverly says it's been hot. It's indeed going to be hot today. So let's take a look at the overall scenario and see what the deal is. So there's that front, but the winds around that front are pushing in from the south. So as you would expect, a southerly wind is a warm wind. Then that front comes through and helps to at least turn the winds around, and that's going to be enough for winds of change. So when we look at the forecast today, we are going to be talking about near record temperatures. 86 degrees our forecast. The record for today, 88 degrees, set back in 1929. Sanford, you'll be within 2 degrees of a record as well. Leesburg within 1 degree of a record. And the coastal communities, I think there's going to be a nice, decent little gap there. So at least there's something. But that front is going to help to make some changes, okay? Let's first talk about the high temperatures. And it's not going to be as drastic here, but I'm saving the best for last. So bear with me. Theater of the mind, right? So today's 86. Tomorrow's high temperature 79, Tuesday's high temperature is 80, Wednesday's high temperature is 84. Sure, weak fronts don't do a ton. Great, okay? But look, those are actual air temperatures. Look at the humidity. Using our Muggy meter, humid today with a dew point temperature of 70. Dew point temperature drops to 51 tomorrow and 60 on Tuesday. So we'll go from humid to pleasant and staying pleasant and then back to comfy. And then before you know it, we'll be back to humid. That's just the way it works in Florida. So we're getting fronts. So before anybody says, well, I'm tired of not getting fronts. We're getting them. They're just not maybe as strong as you'd like. And that I can go with. I can appreciate that. But at least we're getting those fronts. They're just not all powerful, we'll say. Joanne says getting sick weather. I mean, I don't know that we're quite to getting sick weather. To me, getting sick weather is like pouring rain and cold. And I don't think it's cloudy, don't get me wrong. But it's not like cold. Now, let's look ahead here. So we've got that comfy air coming in behind this cold front. So for tomorrow, it's going to be lovely. And by the way, I'll see, I have to go back to work. I'll see you on West 2 News Sunrise tomorrow. Tuesday looking lovely. Then looking ahead to Wednesday, we've got yet another front moving into the area. Okay, so there's that. Today, though, with 86, let's dust off the water park forecast. Maybe you're wanting to head to, why not? It's November, it's Florida, and it's 86. Not looking bad, right? I mean, there will be some showers coming in, though, later in the day with that front. So let's time out the rain. Let's take a look at Futurecast, okay? Here we are this morning, looking good. We've got the clouds. Notice the clouds are going to be with us. There's lunchtime, clouds with us into 2:30. Yeah. By 4 o'clock, notice we'll start to see some showers north and west of town. And then those showers will continue to march on in there 6:30 or so. And then by 7, 8 o'clock, we'll start to see some rains moving into the metro. Now, before we get too deep, let me just tell you, I will be posting radar through the afternoon, through the evening. And I'll be trying to, at some point I'm going to have to go to bed to do the morning show. But I'll certainly be watching the radar for you. But just expect that through this evening, okay, there will be some showers. Could there be some thunder showers? It's possible. We're not really expecting to see anything too strong. The risk of strong to severe weather is not really there. But we could see a few thunder showers around, okay? So, again, looking at the 12-hour forecast, quiet and cloudy, but dinner time tonight, we are going to start to see those clouds coagulating into some showers, and we may see a thunder shower. I wouldn't be surprised if we get at least one. That's just the way it goes. Annie says it's looking better in Daytona Beach. It's been so cloudy the past few weeks. Yeah. So any questions, comments, concerns? Judy, when do we get blue skies and some sun? I've forgotten what that looks like. Well, let's look at the 7-day forecast. I showed you the temperatures. I gave you a little free preview. But here's a look at the 7-day forecast as a whole. We're going to have plenty of sunshine tomorrow, Tuesday, right? So we've got sunshine in the forecast. I mean, there's a couple of clouds, but it's not too bad. But for today, we're kind of transitioning with this cold front approaching us. Yeah. So that's where we're at. And there's the front now. Coming our direction, all right? Are there any weather palindromes besides radar? Oh my. I've never given that a thought, a single thought. Oh boy, that's funny though. That's funny. Yukon, haven't been able to join Coffee Talk lately. What does December long term look like? We'll look ahead. Let's just chat about kind of the forecast for today and the next couple of days first, and then we'll look ahead. Another hot day, Melissa says. But we do have some changes. Those showers later today, those are going to help to usher in at least a little bit of more seasonable weather. Yeah. Joanne, when is it going to really cool down? Well, let's take a look here. Let me dial this up. I'm just going to show you the raw GFS. And I haven't looked at it. Okay, well, that's a little crazy. All right, I'll show it to you. But understand that this is a computer model output. Models are guidance, not gospel. As long as you understand that, let me frame this so that it fits the screen a little better. All right. Because that's a little goofy. Hold on a second. Because that's a little goofy. All right, so that's the GFS. The GFS is sniffing on something, trying to sniff on something coming our direction. So what you're looking at there is, you see how 77 high, 70 high, 50 high, 40 high? Obviously, that's not going to be the case. But that's the model trying to throw something out there around December 12th and 13th, okay? So it's trying to get goofy around December 11th, 12th, and 13th. Now, again, raw model data. Notice up to that point, though, it kind of keeps the temperatures warm. Again, this is raw GFS model data, but it tries to keep those temperatures warm and then a big drop off. Couple things. We can analyze this, but highs of the 40s are awful hard to get in Florida. Can it happen? Sure, but don't hold your breath when you see that, okay? So let's put the long range stuff together here, and we'll start with our 7-day forecast, which doesn't take a meteorologist to dictate. There is no real cool downs. I'll put it full screen. Yeah. Highs in the 70s and in the 80s. There's no cool downs ahead. So at least for now, we've got comfortable air, but we don't have any like massive cool downs. All right? So there's that. Eric, it feels good. Coffee Talk is back to the time where you can see all the comments and not like the crazy mess with Ian. Oh, yeah, because we don't have the thousands and thousands of people. Hey, listen, we're here for whomever needs us. That's the way I look at it. God says, not holding my breath. Good. Yeah, don't hold your breath. All right. So how do we look long range? Well, we do this. We use, among other things, we use the BSR. Give me a few seconds. I have not updated this. All right. So what is the BSR? First off, the BSR is a technique that we use to look at long-range kind of patterns and get an idea of what's to come. It requires a little bit of calculation, so I have to pull out the old phone. All right. Let's see what we're looking at here. So we've got a little storm system front moving in, probably some rainfall. That's midweek, which we know midweek this week. There's your chance of rain. That's Wednesday, 20% chance of rain, 84 to 77. So we know that there's a front. There it is on the BSR, except this happened back on November the 13th, so 2 weeks ago. Not that that's cool or anything. All right. Push that through. Now, what you'll see mid this week is you'll see a pretty decent little storm system developing more than likely off the coast of the Carolinas. So that's fun. Probably just kind of hang out there. Little storm system into South Florida. When is that? That's like December 4th. Decent front with a storm system south. So that's probably going to be a nice little severe weather player. That's around 6th of December. 6th of December, probably a decent little storm system southeast. So I'm going to put in on my calendar, 6th of December, I'm going to put in southeast severe, ? All day. And then in notes, I'm going to write added 11/27. All right. Put that there, because why not? And like a reinforcing frontal deal there. That was around the 21st, which would be That's December 8th. So so it looks like once we get into like, the second week of December, we're getting into some decent fronts. Now that's going to be an interesting little storm system. And I know that we added that on the calendar yesterday. Like the 8th, the 9th. I wrote South Florida low. That's going to be an interesting little scenario there. Definitely something to watch on the recycle, right? And then that moves away. Nice Gulf storm system there. Now that's an interesting little scenario, right? That's going to be... That's like the 12th. And I already have it in the calendar, so cool beans. Already have that in the calendar. Gulf low. And then potent front right here. That looks like another severe weather player for the Deep South. And that's as far out as that product goes. Yeah, that looks like another severe weather player for the Deep South. Give me a second here. So around, at this point, I would probably add this to the calendar. Let's add this to the calendar because we're here and because why not? That is... That's around the 14th. I'm doing the Noonan for that day. Let me add, and I'm going to say southeast severe, big front, and added 11/27. Okay. All right. So there you go. After that, let's look, shall we? Just kind of get an idea way down the pike. What this is model data using the BSR technique. So this is just model data using the BSR technique. It gives us kind of a glimpse. There's quite the storm system kind of fading out. But around South Florida, that would bring down some cooler air. Let's see here. That's December 2nd. That's around December 19th, getting cooler there. There's a big front there, y'all. There's a big front there. That's December. That is December the 21st, big front. Then warming. That's Christmas Eve there, warming temps. And then cooling. I mean, it looks to me, right? That's Christmas morning. We're going to be watching a front coming through Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, it looks like. Christmas Eve, Christmas morning. Yeah, and then through Christmas Day, the cooler air moves in. Yeah, so we're looking at a frontal boundary moving through Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. At least that's the way it looks right now. Yep. All right. There's your super long range outlook. Christmas Eve into Christmas morning. We'll have a front in the vicinity in that time frame. Never a dull moment, huh? Good times. Any questions, comments, concerns, people? Be interesting to see. If that front times out, though, we will be linked up to our cycling duration, and if that's the case, then we'll be ready to start really forecasting for hurricane season next year, which will be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Always fun to glance long range. As long as you understand what it is capable of, what it is not capable of, as long as you understand, it's an idea and nothing more than that, then you're good to go. That's all. That's all. As long as you understand that. Patricia, I jumped on too late. I missed what you said. You can back it up. No worries. No worries. What's for breakfast? A protein shake. Yeah. What's everybody doing for today, huh? Enjoying a nice warm day in Central Florida? Good morning to you, Sarah. Hope you're having a great start to the day. It's going to be a lovely day. A nice warm day, too. I love it. Yukon says, long range is guidance, not gospel. That's it. It just gives you an idea. It just gives you an idea. You know, it's like our hurricane forecasting. I look at it as it puts an asterisk next to the name on the date. So that way, when the model starts showing something around that time, you're like, oh, that's not a terrible idea. I could see something happening there. And that puts, at least for me, it puts me on more of an alert. Like, oh, maybe I'll have to do that. David says doing Uber Eats. Very cool, buddy. Thank you for helping everybody out. Yard work. I feel you there. Yard work, Tiffany says. Back to work, Chrissy. Today's my last day off, and then I'm back with you. Kellyanne, thank you so much, my love, for working for me this weekend. I will be working for you tomorrow so that you can get a deserved day off. Susie says we're supposed to put up outdoor lights. We'll see if the rain cooperates. Me too. Me too. I still have my Tom the Turkey inflatable outside. Don't judge me. I'll have to take him down. I'll take him down. Football and soccer. There you go, Belinda. Shooting Christmas photos for a family. Matt, that sounds fun, bud. I love that. Headed to Epcot for cookie straw and candlelight. We may try to make it out to the attraction, one of the attractions today. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to definitely take Tom. If nothing else, we're taking Tom the Turkey down today. That I know. Yukon says, my turkey is still out with some Christmas lights on the house. Yeah, we're going to do the changeover today officially. I don't know that I'll have time to put, a lot of people make fun because you can see my Christmas lights from space, or at least that's what some people tease me about. But I'll be making some of that transition today at least. Yeah. My outdoor Christmas is now done. Did yesterday. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Nikki says, today's church. Then our older boys are coming over to help us organize all the boxes we moved from storage into our office workshop. That will make moving into the house easier once it's finally built. So true. So true. Oh my God, Becca, I'm so excited to hear this. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. After Nicole, it'll be interesting to see the LRC for next season in March. Hey, we're already working on it. All right, everybody. You put up between 7,500 and 10,000 lights. Holy cannoli. I don't do that many lights, but I do have my projection mapping. So it's not as many lights, but the projection mapping. Yeah. I don't know how many lights I put up. It's plenty, though. Matt says Sarasota family was here for Thanksgiving. They loved following you for Ian. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. And I appreciate them following. We'll be here for all the good in the weather. We'll be here for all the bad in the weather. Yeah. Need to not think about the big Ohio State loss yesterday, but what a game that was. Tink says heading to Jetty Park tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds fun. I love it. My Christmas lights made it safely through Nicole. My son did them. He works for a lighting company. Oh, very cool. I love it. I love reading all about it. All right, people. Listen. We laughed. We cried. We moved on with the day. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will be tweeting updates through the day today because we do have those showers coming in, and I've got you covered. Okay, people? Be good, be good, be good. See you tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on Sunrise. And, of course, Coffee Talk at 8 o'clock. Right? Giddy up. Bye, y'all.